Hey guys, Canfo.com is officially live now. Go get your official Canfo merch. The first 50 orders will be shipped within 24 hours, so make sure to be one of the first 50. Don't worry, the rest of the orders will be shipped very quickly as well. We wanted to focus on quality, so we worked really hard on this. Go to Canfo.com today to get your order.
I have voted Democratic my entire life, but I think they've been doing a disservice to black people. That don't mean I want them to go out there and vote Republican now. Let's get that shit out the way. But
who to vote for
every
then?
black person I've known my entire life has always voted Democratic. And I said to myself, well, damn. Other than me,
Mr. Charles Barkley, I am a huge fan, but this is the very definition of insanity.
It actually
because
is.
see, go back to something you said. The reason, and obviously I'm only speaking for myself. The reason I think the Democratic Party and Mr. Biden, President Biden, is losing black votes is they only care about black people every 4 years. They come into our neighborhoods and say, we're going to make stuff better. We're going to do this, do this, do this. And then finally, us black people are like, man, other than my ability to dunk a basketball, all my neighborhoods are still the same. Our schools are still the same. And that's why I think black people are leaving disappointed in the Democratic Party, because I ain't gonna lie, I voted Democratic every time just because I thought it was gonna help black people and poor people. Because black people and poor white people, they're in the same boat. And like, I didn't care who the president was, I'm not gonna lie, but I only voted Republican one time in my life, and that was for John Kasich, and I didn't even know he couldn't win. But then I'm starting to look like, man, I understand why black people are leaving, want to vote for somebody else, because every 4 years they come into our neighborhoods and say, man, we're going to make things better for you.
Whoa.
So why did you want to slap us for wearing a Trump shirt, Charles?
When did he say that last
It's because of BLM, bro.
Yeah, when did he say this last statement? Is this like a newer video?
I believe
This
it
is new, yeah.
I believe
Because
it.
it's 4 people on the panel and they wearing different suits
No,
and everything.
This could have been
It could
before
have been
that,
in the
though.
past, though. It definitely could have been in the past. But we do have. He just got on CNN, kind of like.
But the one on his phone was probably just now.
What? What are you talking about?
The very first clip we saw.
Oh yeah. So the one on CNN, he just recently got on CNN and tried to backtrack of him saying that he was gonna slap or punch black.
Yeah, that was a little
Trump
excessive.
shirt.
That's it's really not that deep.
So,
I knew he
like,
wasn't
who do
serious,
you
though.
want people to vote for? Like,
Yeah, don't say it doesn't make sense. He said, well, I
Bro,
see
because
Joe
you know
Biden and that.
everybody
But I ain't voting Republican.
everybody that's black is so afraid to endorse being a Republican. So that's why he had to say that.
I understand.
I remember Candace
why
Owens
y'all
said something
scared.
about that.
You know what?
You made a good analogy. It's like kind of going up there at church where they say, let's pray for you. You don't want to go up there. That's like being a black conservative. You know you're supposed to do it. You know it's right.
No,
but you
actually,
don't-
I think that video was probably in the past, though. Because this is like recent. Like this is today.
I'm not gonna lie though. Candace Owens made a comment about how black people are afraid to endorse Republicans.
Definitely.
Because people, she pointed out how people be like, oh, I really like her, but I don't agree with her political views. She's
You're
like, what was the
literally-
point of even saying that?
Some people are coming out the womb Democrat. Because when you ask me, when I'm a kid, Democrat. That is how I'm answering. Because that's what I'm used to.
I feel like you don't want.
Not
you
even
won't
thinking
know
about myself. For myself.
You want to know though
What? You wouldn't know what?
that you like had that.
You would do what everybody who looks like you
Yeah,
does.
you wouldn't know.
Oh yeah.
That's what he means.
Yeah. You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
but
know.
that's the problem. Nobody thinking for themselves. But that's a kid though.
Yeah,
Now we
so
got
a
all the
child
we
is
still
known to
have
doing that.
adults that apparently Charles said he knew black people aren't doing nothing for the Democrats, but he still got to vote Democrat. What is the reason for that?
You know what's crazy?
I thought I was
A
helping black people, poor
Republican
people.
gave money to historical black colleges for the 4 years he was in there. He said, I ain't never seen nothing for black folks ever, but Trump really gave HBCUs money.
He also freed people from jail. He freed people from
The preacher made
nonviolent
the best
crimes.
analogy yesterday. He said the Democrats will, I don't know if he said beat them up, beat black people up, or do whatever to black people.
He said could.
You
They can do whatever to black people, but then the Republicans can help you, and we still demonize the Republicans.
You
He said
want
something
to
like
know
that.
what's crazy? Because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are directly responsible for a lot of black people being in jail, and Trump actually got a lot of black people out of jail for nonviolent crimes. Remember, he released all those people. We watched a video where that woman in Atlanta came out and said it. She was one of the people he released.
The unemployment rate for black people was also like
Record low. Yeah, it's record low.
Multiple
You see
videos.
Trump, you see Biden was trying to take credit for that. He tries to take credit. It's like all the things that started going good at the end of the pandemic when he got sworn in, he like takes credit for it. Like, brother, things were going back to normal. We were in a freaking lockdown. I see people on Twitter blaming Trump for the lockdown. Like, what were we supposed to? What was he supposed to do?
But
what
I
would
mean,
have been
everybody was
different?
complaining about locking it down.
No, real talk though. What would have been different if Joe Biden was the president during that? Like, what would he have done differently? Like, literally think about that.
And it was mostly state by state. Like, remember, California was closed way longer than like Florida,
And that's a liberal state. So imagine we had a liberal president. It would have been a lockdown like that everywhere.
But I don't
country
think
been
we're
like
looking as deep to what Charles just said. He basically said that he knows the Democrats are wrong.
He did. You were
He
probably
did
right.
say that. No, he did say that.
literally just said
He
that.
did say that.
So we were wrong about saying that he might believe.
He's a
He
griffer.
knows they're wrong.
He a
just
griffer.
paid, yeah.
He just paid.
Grifter.
But that, like the guy on TikTok.
I think he's definitely being honest there, but he's just so afraid to endorse being conservative because the
don't
media
feel right.
the media demonizes people. And, you know, he's black, so black people gonna demonize him for endorsing conservatives or conservatism.
You gotta hit them with their own
It's a
thing.
literal gas.
You gotta hit them with their own
like,
stuff.
If you're black, if
Charles
you're a black
Barkley?
person in a room full of black people, you say you like Trump.
But
it's
that's
getting better.
that's the thing, though.
But it's almost still like a gas.
That's the
moment.
Democrats winning.
It's almost
That's
like
a
he cussed.
tactic, bro. That's
Yeah.
a tactic.
Oh, they're doing good with that. They're good with that.
They're
They
awesome.
hit that all the time.
Oh, Joy Reid said some stuff.
said-
I
did
said,
you-
wow.
Joy Reid drives me crazy, bro.
She's really good at this. Okay, let's
She
get to
drives
what
me
he
crazy.
says. He's gonna kind of backtrack on what he said, but I know why he's trying to backtrack because he knows he was wrong for saying that.
This is that same video, huh?
It's a different day. He was wearing. I don't know what he's wearing, but whoa. So they have like a what is this?
This is a show apparently with Gale King and
I'm
Charles
just not
Barkley.
realizing, like, CNN, okay, so they gave them like a little segment. All right, hey, buddy, imagine that CNN calling you in. Hey, this is your partner today. Guess what you're finna do on here? You know what you're about to do.
The CNN.
You know it.
He
So
finna
that's
hit
why we
the-
know Charles is bought and paid.
He finna
bro.
hit the joy.
Charles will do it.
No,
He
I ain't
finna
gonna
hit
lie
the Joe.
though. Gale King look good for an old lady.
I said that, but he got on my butt
Nah,
for
I know,
that.
this is how you say it. Oh my God.
I said old lady for an older woman.
I said, Gail,
She looks good. I won't
Gail,
lie.
I see you at the bar. I might shoot.
All right, brother.
I'ma keep it 100, me.
Yeah, I like my women a little dumber. You know, I like liberal women. Oh, I'm sorry. I do actually though. I don't have
That
a
was
problem with
crazy.
A lot of people like liberal women, man.
That was
You know, I
crazy.
probably couldn't marry her though, but you know,
You can have
good for
fun.
a one night stand.
Yeah, you
All
can
right,
have
good
all
fun.
right. Just play the
Good
video,
old
bro.
conservative
Just
woman to marry. All right,
play the video, bro. Play the
I don't know
video.
if you know. Normally, we're sitting here and we don't make the news. But this past week, Charles, I don't know if you know, but you've been in the news for some comments you made on our last show. Do you remember,
Charles.
dear, what you said?
I do remember what I said.
Okay, we'll roll tape.
I said roll tape.
If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Charles,
I know, Gail.
Charles,
Gail.
you really can't say that because you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely.
But if you see a black person with a Donald Trump,
I'm gonna punch him right in the
punch him
eye.
in the
Oh
face.
wow.
Gail,
He doubled down on it.
I would bail you out. I would bail you out.
No,
you're not
he's
gonna be my
tweaking.
first call.
No, that was crazy.
No, it's so
Nah, I know
funny
he playing,
because
though.
before I took this show, before we agreed, because Charles and I, we have to say this, neither one of us were looking for another job. And CNN called and they had this great idea, you and I together,
have
which I
some
thought was really
money.
fun. And people said, aren't you worried about things Charles would say? And I said to you, you're a grown-ass man. You say exactly what you think, and you take responsibility for everything you say.
Yes.
And so it's not like you just willy-nilly say stuff for clickbait, right?
I always
Let's
know.
establish
I
that.
always know the response, and I always know how much gasoline I'm putting on the fire.
Okay.
Of course.
So in that
Do you,
vein,
bud?
that clip that you all just saw has been seen millions of times, and there have been quite a few articles written about it. And that's before we even get to the social media comments, which look a lot like this gentleman. He's very large. He's wearing a mugshot, or he's wearing a mugshot of the T-shirt, or photoshops of large
Oh,
men wearing
wow.
the T-shirt that say, "I hear Charles Barkley's looking for me." They all think that you are ready to run around punching people who vote for Donald Trump. Now, I
Big
know
swole
when you say
dude.
that was just you making a point. That's not something you would literally do going around attacking people, right?
Well, let me say, is this my camera right there? I want to make sure people can hear me.
Yeah.
Number one, obviously, I'm not gonna go around punching random strangers in the face. First and foremost.
You did double down on
He
it.
doubled
I knew
down.
he was playing, though.
I know he was playing, but you doubled down on
You know,
it,
it's
though.
not like a literal statement, but it's still a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, and
it's
you
still
doubled
crazy
down,
to
though.
say.
Hey,
Punch
come
him
on.
right now.
Like, oh, if you're fat, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
But I mean, he got
Oh,
clicks.
fat
He
people,
got
like,
what he
that's
want.
crazy.
Now I know it's a Gale King and Charles
So,
Barkley
like,
show. Now I know.
The
So
same
he did
how
what he's supposed to do.
he
That's
he
crazy.
wasn't being serious, why he couldn't, look at it at a different view. viewpoint from another person than like Trump.
But Trump, yes. He was kidding. So why can't Trump kid?
That's a good point.
Because he's
That's
trying
a
to be the
good
president,
point.
bro. He's trying to be the president, bro.
It's only when they fit their narrative will they be
I was
offended.
just kidding. Obviously, I'm not.
You can't say that when you try to be the
I'm
president,
not
bro.
gonna go around punching random strangers in the face, first and foremost. Secondly, people can vote for who they want to.
Yes.
People can vote for who they want to. The point I was trying to make.
There you go.
No, the point I was making.
point.
I wasn't trying to make it.
Okay.
When Donald Trump compares his plight with that of the black person, that is what I had a problem with.
He didn't do
now,
that.
I do want to say this. I want to make it perfectly clear. If you're a black person and you're wearing a Donald Trump mugshot, you are a freaking idiot. And I'm only
I'm gonna
saying,
go put mine on. Oh, I wish that would have been so nice to put it on for this one, man.
Yeah, but you gotta rock that cane fold. Y'all go get that
Thank you.
cane
Yeah,
fold,
it's
man.
actually
You gotta
coming
rock
Yeah, you
cane
was
fold,
trying to
man.
not wear the cane fold.
Nah,
Yeah,
no,
you was
bro.
too cool,
What
y'all.
I told you
At
about that
first,
cane
y'all-
fold,
he was
not wearing
like,
the cane
okay,
fold,
man.
man.
But the Trump shirt is like that.
Cane fold is the best shirts that ever been made.
Boy, it's too comfortable.
and you're wearing a Donald Trump mugshot, you are a freaking idiot. And I'm only saying freaking idiot because they won't let me say what I really want to say.
Why
but
is
you
it-
can figure it out. It starts with an F. But you are. Listen, people can vote for who they want to.
yes.
But for him to compare his plight with that other African, I don't even like that term, the black people in America is asinine and stupid. And like I said, you
I can understand that point.
He didn't do that, did he?
Okay. This
No,
is
he
me,
did.
though.
He did. He
I thought
said he said the black people are liking me and my mugshot because similar things have happened to you guys. Now you see it happen to me, and you can like relate to that. That's what he said. That's basically
He
what he
didn't
said.
say it like that.
He didn't say it like that, but that's what he said. That's
I thought he said-
that's what he said.
I thought he said black people love the shirt. Like,
No, he said you guys like
We
the
watched
shirt
the whole thing, though.
because
we watched it. I don't.
I'm getting wrongfully done in the law. That's happened to y'all. Y'all can relate to that. You see it happen to me. That's pretty much what he said.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
We
yeah,
watched it.
Yeah. He basically did see that. You know, y'all have been have some people in the community that's been wrongly done
By the
And
system,
that happened-
now
yeah,
y'all
by the
seeing it
system, and that
happening to
happened
me.
He did say that.
That's what he
But
said.
at the same time,
I
this
can-
is
I
my
can see why
problem.
people-
but did
that
he
would-
mean it literally?
So
Like, how
this,
he didn't
this
mean
is
his
what's the
literally.
thing though. It's one thing to
quiet.
if a person make a bad comment, if it is a bad comment or not a bad comment, you're taking a comment all the way to we can't vote for him.
Yeah, no, I don't think that what Trump meant by the comment was meant to be offensive or
look, though.
ill-intentioned. I don't think that was what it was at
I
all.
think
So
same
I personally
time-
don't think it's as big of a deal, but I can see why people got their panties in a bunch about it. But it's
Same
really not
time,
that deep to me.
If a leader made a bunch of crazy comments, but his policies fit what
Yeah,
the
see,
country
yeah, see,
needs,
yeah.
it does not matter.
Black and white, what goes down on
You
the
know,
laws
everybody wanna
and-
go about
and
their
the-
feelings.
I don't know
bro.
why everybody expects everything to be so like catered to their feelings. Like he really wasn't trying to offend anybody.
He's
Like he
trying to
wasn't
protect
saying
your heart,
anything
bro.
offensive. He was just
Like,
making a statement. Y'all been done wrong. I'm getting done wrong. Y'all relate. Y'all see it. That's all he
Even
said.
though Joe
really,
Biden's
to me.
stupid and he's not fit to be the president, if his policies matched up, and I knew he's not going to run anyway, it's going to be his cabinet and, the Democrats running the situation, then hey,
They said
let's vote
Michelle
for
running.
it. I don't care about what the person is doing or comment, who they having sex. I don't care about none of that. If it's right for the country, let's do it.
Yeah, you gotta look at the
That's what I'm
policies.
saying, though. These people are taking something he says and then says, I don't see why you can vote for that. Because the policies are good, buddy. Not because what he's saying.
They're also watching the
He's
news.
just
They're
chirping.
also watching the news and all the clickbait headers and titles, and they're being misinformed. They don't do their research of their own. Because you see the way the news tries to demonize them.
That's such a good tactic. Such a good tactic.
Because
He almost like-
people would cut this
Such a
like
good
them
tactic.
demonizing him on the news, thinking they're getting informed when really they're being misinformed. The news is trying to get you to think a certain way to sway your decisions,
But they took it so
and view it
far.
that way. So it's been so skewed that way that some people only get their news from there, and that's what they believe, rather than doing their own research like us. Because
but
we probably would be falling for that same stuff, but we haven't went down this path. We went down.
But
Would you
I
agree?
think, I think that people, since the reason people are starting to wake up, you do the same move over and over again in basketball, in a game or anything, people start to figure it out. I think people are starting to see it because they use that with everything. With the, oh, you don't agree with the trends? Oh, then you're a this. You don't agree with the this? Then you're a that. And blah, blah, blah. So people are kind of seeing this crazy stuff. And then now
The
they're
same
like,
thing.
hold on, okay.
The same exact thing.
And they're seeing, yeah. So I think they just use that move over and over again, and people are starting to.
That's like sports. Like if a athlete's really good, that's like a person not wanting to watch an athlete because how he talks or his what he sexually does or something like that. No, I'm watching this athlete because they're good at what they do. That's just all it is to it.
Well, you know, some people do take it that deep.
They do.
Yeah, you don't need to take it that deep, bro. I don't give a damn what this.
Some
this
people-
I'm not gonna watch him because he did this and said this and no,
Hey,
brother.
some people do take it that deep, bro. Your
He's
character.
catching every football. I want to watch it.
Well, like how you know present yourself is your character. You know
Yeah,
that dude.
yeah,
That
yeah,
dude. You
yeah,
know.
but
That's why they attacking
That's
people
the thing,
characters
though.
though.
If a guy, if the best football player played for Tennessee Titans, right? Like, and he was talking crazy, but he was balling. Would you care how he talked? No. When y'all win that game, that's all that matters.
Well, I guess people care because like he's supposed to be representative of the country and he says
No.
crazy stuff.
But if he putting bread in everybody's pockets,
I mean, still, bro.
and then we're not getting in no wars, I wouldn't get it for them if he got there and said everybody in the P word.
But we be right.
That's a little crazy, but at the same time, bro, if you do what you gotta do, I mean, bro, that's just like a person's character. Like,
People care about that
Demonize-
stuff.
He just
I do
says a few
understand
little
that.
things that like it just
It's not even bad.
it's not that bad.
It's not even bad.
Because people like Charleston said, you can't hear that and get offended, and then hear some of this rap stuff and what people are saying and doing, and then act like you're not offended.
I
people
agree.
are dying for real.
I agree.
Like when Charleston said people are rapping about killing people's moms and really like going and trying to do it, and people are not offended by that. No one says a word about that. But then one little thing about he relates to or whatever the analogy he made. Now you're offended.
Yeah,
That's
You
a good
can't be
take.
offended now.
That's a good
bro.
take.
Like
I do see what you're trying to say, though. It doesn't matter because like people hate like cocky people or cocky athlete, you know.
they do.
So like, why do you hate them? They're great, you know. So it's just like that's an emotion. So I can't. I
Yeah.
guess this
It
is
is
an
what it
emotional
is.
type of thing, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So I can definitely.
You
see
gotta
it.
cater
I just
to
never
people's
seen it like
emotions,
that.
bro.
Like if you're a cocky guy and you're really good, I mean, you have reason to be cocky, you know. He's good. I'm still gonna watch him. Hey, I'm not gonna watch him. He's just too cocky for me to watch. What the hell? He is a dog.
Yeah.
But for him to compare his plight with that other African, I don't even like that term, the black people in America is asinine and stupid. And like I said, you guys can put on those too small T-shirts like y'all got them on. Get a big size if you're gonna wear it. Don't put on a medium and act like you got muscles. But that is so. It just that bothered me.
That irritates.
It bothered me because for him to compare a white billionaire
Yes.
who is in trouble because of stuff he did.
Yes.
Not because of stuff, like black people get in trouble for stuff that happened
That they
hundreds,
did not- that they
didn't
did not do.
deserve to do.
Yes.
But for him
They
to
did not
compare
do.
that to black
He said he
people's
was-
plight.
I think that's why
just
they like
stupid
it.
on their part. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all got Nielsen boxes. If y'all gonna wear those
Hold on,
tight
pause,
T-shirts
pause. I'm
around
sorry.
the
Did he
house,
say
and
they
somebody
deserve
take
to do?
pictures. But I do. I'll stick by what I said. If you wear
not
a
tripping?
Trump mugshot
he said
around, you
that.
are a freaking idiot.
He said what?
He said to them to deserve to do.
He like stumbled around his words. That's not what he meant to say.
He said what they deserve to do.
Talking about the
He meant Trump.
the prison sentences.
No, he talking about
Just-
black
just-
people.
no, yeah.
He said black people.
Just play it. Listen to it. He
Somebody
fumbled
take
around.
pictures. But I do. I'll stick by what I said. If you're wearing a Trump mugshot around, you are a freaking idiot.
But you aren't going to go just randomly attack people on the street. That's the only point.
course he's
Unless they had the Trump sneakers on too. Unless they had the
That
Trump
was funny.
sneakers on too.
He's a funny
You got the
guy.
mugshot.
He's a funny guy.
You got the mugshot and the Trump stickers on. You want to cross over a line that you cannot get back.
Yeah, he might be right.
$3.99.
Yeah,
Some
that's a
people
little
say that's a
excessive.
good deal.
It is funny,
But I
though.
was trying to help you. I said you don't
He's
really
funny,
need that.
bro.
You
I'm not
said,
gonna
yes,
go
I
around.
do.
I'm trying to make the point, though. I'm not gonna go around punching people.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
that
want people
violence
to
is
know.
never the answer.
Exactly.
But my message is very clear. If you think Donald Trump is under the same umbrella as black people, you're just stupid.
Yeah.
But you know what, Gale?
Obviously.
We got to move on. We had her on
He's not in the
last
same
week.
umbrella as nobody.
And
Obviously, all right, yeah, they moving on. So, yeah. Obviously, though,
He's not under the
Charles,
same umbrella as anyone. No regular.
no person is under
He's
the
one of
same
the richest people
umbrella,
ever.
umbrella
So he's
as
not gonna be
another
treated
person.
like any regular person, white or black.
You know, I think people are looking at it too literal, and that's just what it is, man.
Don't
Policies,
don't pick and choose when you
nothing
want to be
else.
offended. Don't pick and choose
Policies.
when you want to be offended.
I agree.
Nothing else matters. Like, every time one of these presidents have a speech, I know it's a political tactic, but like it's always they recording Biden, he messed up here. He recording Trump, he apparently messed up here. Like, let's look at the policies. They just talking to people, you know. Everybody mess up. That's why Vivek be messing me up when he don't never mess up.
No, Vivek is a dog.
Yeah, he's a
man.
freaking
I
beast.
stand
But
on
yeah,
that.
guess what? He still spent Nazi rhetoric somehow.
Yeah, man, that was
it
crazy.
didn't
They
fit
do
their
anything.
They
can't
They do
Emotion.
anything they can to
Use
try
that
to sway
emotion.
people's emotions
So,
and push their narrative.
If Vivek was
That's
speaking
like
Nazi
they're
rhetoric.
like the liberals are like a female who try to play with your head and use her emotions
I
against you.
get, bro, if Vivek was speaking Nazi,
She do something wrong, next thing you know,
rhetoric,
I'm apologizing. How that works?
CNN will never like any Republican if Vivek Ramaswamy was spitting Nazi rhetoric.
Yeah.
So that, we just gotta look at it like that.
They hit you with
Charles, you got your check, man. I'm proud of you, man. You know, you're a liberal puppet now. And, you know, that's just what it is. He might still vote for Trump. Because he know he rich. He just got a good...
Nah, he don't probably care.
He's
probably,
not voting for Trump.
He gonna pay them taxes and stay his happy butt in
He
Hollywood.
said, I think I'm helping black people, the poor people.
Hold on, CNN is in Atlanta, right?
I've seen one of their big buildings there. Yeah, maybe in Atlanta.
So he probably in Atlanta, you know, kicking his feet up.
I thought you were talking about something else. All right, guys. Let's know what y'all think about Charles on this.
I wasn't calling a rainbow game.
Nah, I know.